Hey everyone, so I wanted to make a quick video because from the last one about my Lyme rant and how to explain to people about Lyme disease, I said that I had an MRI. So anyway, it's been incredibly hot in New York. We're dealing with a heat wave. Never fun for anyone with autoimmune diseases, that's for sure. But I went to the MRI in a good mood, had a great time with the tech. He was a cool dude, I liked everything, and I went and laid down. Anyway, I've had about 6 or 7 MRIs at this point in the past few months. This one was specifically of my neck, and it was to check for lesions because it's just kind of the last step of really ruling out if I had MS, since my symptoms were so similar. To go through real quick what I've been dealing with neurologically, it started with, first off, I randomly get headaches, but I think everyone does. But when I was on the doxy, I went to the ER because it just randomly happened while I'm in the car. I had extreme vertical diplopia and it absolutely freaked me out. After that, I immediately had a very strange sensation go over the left side of my face and it caused my mouth to slightly droop. Then there was this headache, but it was isolated to just one side. Anyway, the hospital ended up admitting me, first thinking I had a stroke, then kept me overnight, and during the night my neck started to hurt, so they were concerned about meningitis, and that's what led me to the lumbar puncture. And just so you know, from the lumbar puncture I showed no cells of the cultures didn't show any Lyme, but it did show Ocular. I don't know how to say that word. Anyway, that 95% of people with MS have that. I only had 3 bands, so again, my neurologist then went to an MS specialist to discuss, you know, do I possibly have MS? Now, he said that he doesn't necessarily believe I do, but the best way to rule it out was, since the brain scans came up clean, would be to check my neck. Now, in between the time of planning the MRI and actually having it, I had a ocular migraine, which is what the neuro-ophthalmologist thought that I was dealing with to begin with. That is when in this eye, there was this weird zigzaggy design, kind of like if you stared at a light bulb, but it was different. It flickered and it just stayed there and I couldn't really see. It lasted 23 minutes. I didn't freak out this time because if I went to the ER every time something happened, I would be broke. But anyway, moving on. So I had the MRI on Friday. Now I go into the machine, I'm laying there, done this so many times, I'm a pro, it's not a big deal, but all of a sudden the tips of my fingers start to really tingle, and then they started to burn. And I just kept breathing, kept relaxing. I know that MRIs can make you feel weird sometimes, it's normal. Anyway, during the halfway point, the tech checks in with me and asks everything okay. I said, is it normal for me to be feeling this? And he's like, yeah, if it gets really bad, squeeze the little ball that they give you and we'll pull you out. So after that, within the next 2 sounds that they started to do with the EMF-y stuff, the back of my neck and head started to really burn. Not physically burn, it felt like I was cooking from the inside. Anyway, when I got out, I was telling him about what was happening, and he said that it can happen. He's like, it's just really rare. Anyway, so I leave and I'm walking, and within 10 minutes that tingling sensation was coming in waves, and it was coming up from my feet, through my fingertips, and it was going up my arms now and up my legs. This was really starting to make me uncomfortable. It was just, it didn't feel good. I get tingling sensations sometimes in certain body parts, but this was really intense. So I called my neurologist, whose office got back to me and said, let's see, that's like really dark. Sorry, I'm not super prepared for this today because I really just don't feel well. Anyway, I got a prescription for 300 milligrams of gabapentin to be taken twice a day while the symptoms are lasting. Monday I have an appointment with a pain doctor, so that's good. I'll be able to kind of discuss it then. But it progressed, and once it started going to my scalp and my armpits and groin, and I gotta tell you, that is a not pleasant feeling. It turned into this feeling of ants crawling all over me and then biting me every so often. And then at one point I went to scratch my leg and I felt like I electrocuted myself. Like I felt like I got shocked. I don't know what any of this means. I have to go out today for a friend's bachelorette thing, and it's 97 degrees out, and I'm just like, this is gonna suck. But the sensations haven't left yet. Again, like I said before, MS and Lyme are very similar. I know that from some DNA testing I did that I do have the genetic coding to put me at a predisposition of developing MS. I really don't know, but there is a very big difference in the treatment for both of them, so I'm hoping to find out this week what's going on. But for right now, this really sucks. And if you have Neuro Lyme, which I'm technically considered not to because my spinal tap came up clean for that, or experience any of these symptoms, or if you have MS, can you let me know down below? Because reaching out to support groups has not been as helpful as I thought it would be. Anyway, I post videos 5 days a week right now, and just check back for them. I'll link down below the other videos explaining my ER visit and the lumbar puncture. That was really rough. But anyway, I hope everyone's doing well, and I'll talk to you guys later.